created us to be me.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. This is just a reminder that while we might get into some tea, some drama, this is not a tea channel. We're focused on real stories and real commentary. Now, let's get into this video. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Golden Baby channel. My name is Sage and I'm your host, or whatever you want to call me. I was just thinking, like, with 2022 coming to an end, I thought it would be a good idea to do some individual videos on some of the artists, the influencers, and etc. who I usually talk about, but I never really sat down and gave my real, true, honest, unbiased opinion. So one of my very first videos here on YouTube, and one of the first to hit over 100,000 views, was about Miss Icy Girl herself, which I titled Why Nobody Likes Saweetie, which I thought I was being risque with that title. It was never any hate, but of course the Icy gang, or whatever they're called, hopped in my comments, called me a hater, called me jealous because she's light-skinned and pretty. It was never that. Throughout the video, I actually talked about how much I liked Saweetie. I loved some of her earlier music and how I wish she were progressing rather than settling for the ratchet Turker girl image, all the while explaining why some people just wasn't feeling her. Because baby, when she said it was Icy Girl winner after that Hot Girl Summer, the girls were mad, like with a capital T. But I don't get why. What's the reason? All she said was she got the winner after Megan had the summer. And that's the thing. Saweetie has always been pretty much unproblematic, seemingly humble and down to earth. There's really no reason why, from my initial video still to this day, people go so hard on her. I mean, even when I look today, there were people in her Instagram comments just being rude for no reason. But I do have to agree with some people that this new situation she's found herself in between Lil Baby and Quavo, she did bring part of that onto herself, and it does have an effect on how people see her. Before I go any further, let's do a little recap. So in basic terms, we know that Saweetie and Quavo dated for a few years. It seemed to us that the two were pretty much in love, and Saweetie even said she thought that he was the one. But regardless, behind the scenes, Quavo was having problems being committed to Saweetie, which according to her led to their breakup. Even before the breakup though, it was rumored that Baby and Migos were having some behind the scenes issues. Then, late 2021, Saweetie was rumored to be dating Lil Baby. Apparently, he took her on a $100,000 shopping spree, and the greater issue, Saweetie took a photo sitting on someone's lap, which fans were able to decipher that it was Lil Baby due to other pictures he took on that day. After that, Quavo started talking about switching the hoes out. It just went from there. Baby had some messy lyrics in his music. Quavo had some messy lyrics in his music, as well as Saweetie apparently responded to Baby in a song called Don't Say Nothing. And here's where it all starts to fall for Miss Saweetie. Now, Takeoff was 1/3 of the Migos group. All three of the members are supposedly related. Now, Takeoff was Quavo's oldest sister's son, making Quavo Takeoff's uncle. Now, we know that. Quavo and Takeoff were raised together in the same roof as if they were like brothers. So, in the middle of all this drama between Saweetie, Quavo, and Baby, Takeoff unfortunately lost his life due to a senseless act of violence in front of Quavo. And most of the incident was recorded on social media. So now at this moment, Quavo is likely dealing with some sort of survivor's guilt, and most of the public has a soft spot for Quavo right now, which doesn't work in Saweetie's favor. So with that being said, once Saweetie released her new EP titled The Single Life just 2 weeks after Takeoff's death, a lot of people felt like it was bad timing, and thus you have all this clout talk. Saweetie's trying to get clout because of Takeoff, blah, 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 which is honestly, it's very weird. Like, people say some weird shit sometimes. Now combine that situation happening how it happened with the fact that people like to talk shit about Saweetie for fun anyway, and people also just don't respect her as a woman in rap. Now the response that she has to the drama, people have really turned up their dislike for Saweetie. So back to what I was saying, and back to my opinion, some of this she brought on herself. The whole thing about the shopping spree was rumored. She didn't really speak on it. Okay, that was fine. But it was the photo. Granted, she didn't show his face. Maybe she was hurt and just trying to get back at Quavo, or just, You know how some people are, they want to put things out to have people guessing. She just had a rough breakup. You know, sometimes people act out, but at this point, Saweetie has been in the game for over 6 years and has dated celebrities since she was about 17 years old. So she knows how the media is. Of course, she wasn't thinking about what would happen to Takeoff. Like, nobody could have expected that. If you're going to post little hints here and there, you need to be ready for what might happen if everybody starts to put the pieces together. She's a grown woman who will be 30 this next summer. You have to deal with the consequences of your own actions, especially when you know how the game goes, especially when the game you're in is being a celebrity. But people are really dumb as hell. I've seen so many comments about why would Saweetie put out a freestyle to address Quavo after what happened to Takeoff? Why now when she had all year? Why just now when they broke up last year? Why did her? The song people are referring to is called Don't Say Nothing. It had already been teased at Rolling Loud almost 5 months ago, way before any of this ever happened. We all know that Quavo and Takeoff released the song Messy, where Quavo kind of addressed Saweetie or whatever. It's not like she heard that song, then ran to the studio the next day and made her response. Her song was already made, the EP was already in the works with a set release date. I doubt that Saweetie is her label's favorite, so she may not have the pull or have much say in when her music drops. And even if she did have a say, let's say she did, she put it out when she put it out. The song seems to be a response to Lil Baby, not Quavo, so it has nothing to do with Takeoff's passing and what Quavo is going through right now. She's had plenty of opportunities to speak poorly of Quavo if she wanted to, and she never did. At most, she recently just talked about how much she was in love with him. Quavo was the one talking about switching the hoes out. I mean, this was as early as November of 2021, a whole year ago. Baby pretty much dissed her in his music, and then she came back around and responded in her music. And that's what people are always telling the artists to do, right? Like, keep it in the music, and that's what she's doing. So her responding to Baby doesn't have that much to do with Quavo. I don't think she's the one being disrespectful. I think it's actually disrespectful to the Migos and their family to even bring Takeoff up when it's Saweetie and Baby going at it in their music. People really like to pick and choose who they want to be mad at, because if y'all were genuinely mad at Saweetie for releasing her song after Takeoff's death, then Sleazy World Go, another rapper, he has a viral song called Step 1 featuring Offset, and his album, which features that song, is called Where the Shooters Be, and he released it 10 days after Takeoff. But I don't see nobody mad at him, so what's really the problem? But people are gonna be people, and once the people realize that Saweetie didn't just have one track out, it's an EP that only sold 2,000 the first week, the dragging continued. When Saweetie first came out, I never got the idea that she would turn into what she did. She gave off cool Cali girl vibes, young successful woman, laid back, unproblematic, don't give a F, can't F with me type of vibes. It was when she released Tap In and I saw the reaction that I said, this might not be it. There's many points I can break this up into as to why musically Saweetie is where she is. Number one, I think it's safe to say Saweetie can't make a widely liked mainstream song without an unedited sample or a feature. Icy Girl, My Type, Tap In, Best Friend with Doja Cat, Closer with Her, Streets with Janae. We haven't really seen anything she has done on her own do anything. Now, everybody samples, everybody has features, and there's nothing wrong with that. Two of the biggest female rappers right now got big off of a sample, and one of the earliest, most popular songs by Nicki Minaj is a remix. But Saweetie doesn't have the same type of success on her own, and that's a problem. My second point, and I'm gonna try to say this the best way I can, Saweetie is one half Black and one half Asian. She embraces both sides, so I don't think she's like a caricature, so don't take this the wrong way. But the way she comes off in some of her music is very... It sounds very wannabe ratchet, wannabe hood, and it just misses the mark. It's almost like it's unnatural. When she releases music like that, it almost goes against the image that she built up for herself initially, because remember, she got popular off of Icy Girl. Pretty, bougie, secure, laid back, boss type, upper echelon type women don't give the energy that Icy Chain was giving. Again, not that she's actually pretending, because I don't know her, it just comes off as forced. And maybe part of the reason why it comes off like that is because of her flow. Sometimes her flow is okay and it sounds nice on a track. Other times, it's not as good. My best example is her on a song next to Doja Cat. In this song, you can hear how it just sounds natural to Doja, but Saweetie sounds forced. Like, tell me if y'all can tell the difference.
You need a project bitch, a hood rat bitch. Need a project bitch, a hood rat bitch.
And finally, a while back, Saweetie told us she was pushing the album back so that she can work on herself as an artist. And I would say that we may can tell a little bit, but her performances that came about after she said that are a little embarrassing. There's no reason why someone more than 5 years in the game should be performing like this. So now we're at this EP, The Single Life, and I don't think it's that bad. It's a cute EP, and the title and the vibe makes sense for where she's at right now in life. There's 2 songs on there that I personally have on my liked songs playlist, but I don't know what went wrong to the point where she only sold 2,000 first week. Again, 5 years in the game. She works with artists like John Legend, Gwen Stefani. She crossed over into other genres. There should be no reason why this EP only did 2,000 even for Saweetie. And it has nothing to do with Instagram followers. A big part of it is that nobody knew she was releasing anything. Now, it's not an album, but still, we didn't get a teaser, we didn't get a promo, we didn't even get a full track from the EP before it was released. Spotify didn't even send me a notification or nothing. She did promote it on Instagram, but most of her Instagram followers are there for content Saweetie, influencer Saweetie, comical Saweetie, and that's another thing she's really good at. Content and influencing is really her thing. Being one of those it girls is her thing. She's really creative when it comes to her posts when she used to do them, and she has one of the best talent managers, like the best teams in the game, because she stays with the endorsement deals. No matter what that streaming number looks like, you can see Saweetie in the hair store. She's a Jack Daniels ambassador. Crocs, McDonald's, like those are big endorsement deals, and she's very marketable, and I can see a lasting successful career for her as an ambassador, commercial model, actress, influencer, and the like. I don't think she has to stop rapping though. I get she's not the best lyrically, I get her flow may need improvement, but there are a lot of girls out here right now who are not the most talented, but they can still make good or at least decent music. So I don't agree with people telling her to stop rapping, just be a model. She's a Grammy nominated rapper now, which is a huge accomplishment, even if she doesn't win. I can see Saweetie making more commercial and promotional music, like that Fast Motion song. Okay, I'm not listening to it in my car, but it was a good promotional commercial song, and she can still make her regular music as well, but she has to stick with what works for her for right now if she wants to continue. I think influencing and being a personality should be her priority, and then kind of more so do music not on the side, but just secondhand. And nothing is ever wrong with that. Some people rap, some people are rappers. For example, let me take it out of rap. Jada Chivas and Deara Taylor, and yes, the girl's name is Jada Chivas. These are two very similar influencers in terms of audience size, or at least they were up until maybe last year, but still very similar. They both are personalities and both have YouTube channels. However, one is an influencer personality who does YouTube, and the other is a YouTuber who is also an influencer personality. You get what I mean? So Saweetie can be like a personality who raps. To me, she's kind of like a hybrid between Cassie and India Love, just with more success. And I mean, look at Carisha. Carisha is a personality who raps, and being a personality, well, being an IG baddie was always her goal. She just ended up rapping. but she still branches out and does different things such as her online store, Carisha Please, hosting, because she gets people like Carisha more than they like Young Miami. And I know being a personality wasn't Saweetie's goal, like she really wanted to be a rapper, but sometimes you have to pivot and find ways to still be able to do what you wanted to do originally, what you like to do, but also make the most of what's working for you. Like me, I never set out to be a YouTuber and an esthetician on the side. Saweetie is such a pretty person. Like, I think she's pretty on the outside, pretty on the inside, hella confidence. I think her cool Cali girl style is what makes her stand out from some of the other girls, and her ability to be so marketable. She should really play up everything that works for her so that she can get the best of both worlds, the best of the rap world, the best of the personality, socialite, whatever world. And with that being said, those are just my real true thoughts about Saweetie. I really think that her recent breakup with Quavo took a toll on her, and listening to some of her new music, seeing her step back for a while, shaving her head, she seems to have gone through some personal changes, which a lot of people go through those changes, especially she's approaching 30. It happens. I think people are way too hard on her. I don't know what it is. Like, it's not that serious. She mostly minds her business and doesn't deserve the hate she gets. Let's hope she learned her lesson from trying to be petty, posting shit on the internet, and can grow from this experience she had this year. There's still time for her to turn her current situation around as an artist, and I truly wish her the best. Make sure y'all check in the description box. I have curated the best of Saweetie playlist based on what I think her best songs are. I'm gonna try to do Apple Music as well. Let me know in the comments if you like anything I put on that playlist, and what are your real honest opinions of the Icy Girl herself. Drop down in the comments and respectfully leave your thoughts, and I will see y'all in the next video.
And if you call me a bitch, make sure you put baddest in front of it.
I she back to the bone.
Buenas noches.